What is up, Team Boosted? Welcome to another video. Today is an exciting one. The engine's going back in the Datsun. Speaking of engine, guys, we got our GTX 35 billet ball bearing turbo in. That's on, and it is in the process of being plumbed right now. It is water cooled, so you know you got your coolant that runs through it here. We got this good -6 line. And then we're gonna make a new feed line because this one sticks up and looks stupid. And then all we have to do is drain it. But since it is a ball bearing, it uses a lot less oil, so we should just be able to gravity drain it back into the block down there. In addition to that, the wiring in here has been cleaned up. So this engine's ready to just go in, and we'll be starting today at the Junkyard because we got EDIS 4. Our first experience with the EDIS comes from, of course, the Porsche. If you are new to the channel, we have this 911 SC turbo conversion, and its ignition system happens to be EDIS 6. These come in 4, 6, and 8. The module's right there, and what these do is it controls basically your engine position and your it's like a distributor, basically. It's an electronic distributor. Well, EDIS stands for Electronic Distributorless Ignition System. So we have that in there. We know exactly how to wire. It's easier than you guys might think, and we'll try to explain it a little better in this video. Basically, there's two wires. I think it's pip and saw. Basically, the signal from the VR sensor goes to the computer, and then saw goes back to the module. I think that's how it works. Could be wrong, but it is just two wires. We'll show you guys how to set that up. If you do want to get rid of a distributor in your car, add a modern ignition system, we think it's the easiest way to do it. You would need Megajolt or Megasquirt 2 or something that can control the EDIS system. There's a few different choices for that nowadays. But yeah, this is going back in because we have suspension to put on this, and then we have fenders to cut and wheels to add, and then it's getting wrapped. Oil coolers into, just a lot of stuff. So we're gonna get right into this one. So this doesn't need to be the case with your car if you want to add EDIS, but it is fortunate that it's the case with ours. Is that Ford actually made this same motor, the 2.3 4-cylinder. They made it with EDIS in a bunch of cars from 1990 to 1993. So basically our plan is to just go to the Junkyard and take apart an entire Ranger because it has everything we need. It's got the 36-1 tooth wheel and the VR sensor. That's how it knows where what position the engine's in. And that and a coil pack is, and the spark plugs. But that's it. It's 4 things, right? Okay. There might be something else, but I'm pretty sure.
Sensor, wheel, the coil, and then yeah, spark plugs and wires. But
yeah, but you know, we can get the coil and the plugs and wires from like elsewhere, but if we're there and it's on the car, we're just gonna take everything. We brought like 500 pounds of tools. Hopefully that's enough. Don't forget cash. Remember, they're all only, like, cash only. Okay, so what's interesting about these is that they use twin plugs, so even though it's a 4-cylinder, it's got 2 coil packs because there's 2 plugs per cylinder. Fires better that way, it's more fuel efficient, whatever. It doesn't matter for us, we only need one of these. Devon's pulling off the dummy distributor now, which is just a plug with a gear in it that powers the oil pump, and then we may or may not be able to get the crank pulley off this. We didn't bring a puller, and it's probably going to be on there really tight.
yeah, we'll give it a try though, but my hopes aren't high for that.
Okay, that was actually an extremely successful Junkyard run. I'll show you exactly what we managed to get. The only thing that we... Son of a bitch, Devin, stop leaving shit everywhere. The only thing that we didn't manage to get was the new pulley that has the teeth on the back. That's because we didn't bring a puller, and the one that we did get off got completely destroyed in the process. So I ordered that online. It's good to have a brand new one, but check all this stuff out. The first thing I want to show you guys is this dummy distributor. It's really weird. Oh, turning the wrong thing. So underneath this is everything your distributor would have. It's like this gear. The thing about this is, if you look in here, if my lighting was better, there's splines in there. And then if you look down here, that hole that's down there, there's splines in there too. And what this does is this gear is connected to a shaft in here, which is connected to the crankshaft, and that spins this, and that drives the oil pump. So what the distributor also does, besides control the spark, is also make your oil pump work. So if you just took out the distributor and put a cap on this, you'd blow your engine because you wouldn't get oil circulation. So What we've done, well, what Ford did is when they retrofitted EDIS onto this, they had DIS and EDIS. They just had a distributorless one that's more complicated. We can get into that later if you guys are interested. But what they did when they put that on it was they're like, damn, we have this whole system now. What do we do? Well, they just made this like little fake distributor thing. It's literally just a cap with the distributor bits on the bottom, and then this goes in here like a distributor would. And boom, now we have a oil pump that works. In addition to that, we got this dust cover, which is identical to the dust cover that's on it. Right? Bolts on like that. We're gonna bolt that on. Only if you see right here, this is where the crankshaft position sensor mounts. So when we got our wheel with the teeth on it, it's gonna have the mount for the sensor. That's exactly where it needs to be. So we got that too. And then in addition to that, we got our coil pack, and we got the mount for that, and then we have, I showed you guys at the beginning of the video, EDIS 4. So in like literally 2 days, we got everything we need to get rid of this distributor. It's really not hard to do, and it's a huge improvement. The distributor on this was programmable because it was like this weird electronic one, but this is just better. It's just better. So, you know, there's an easy way to get rid of some old technology. There's no reason to not do it. Alright, so it's in, and this is exactly why we love this engine, because you're gonna stand up real quick. Look at all of this room. Look at all of this. Look how far back this engine is.
You put a whole person in here.
Yeah, you could fit an entire person in here. So we looked up the weights. I believe the L block for this car, the straight 6, weighs about double what this one does. I think this one's like 180 pounds, but you know, fully dressed and everything, more like 230. But still, that I think that if we play our cards right with the suspension and everything, we can get this car damn near close to 2,000 even. Yeah. It's 2,300 in stock form, and we've taken off a lot, and it has a 4-cylinder in it now. So if we could make 500 horsepower with 30 psi in E85, we'll have a 500 horsepower, 2,000 pound car, and that is...
We already know where there's a scale because we had to weigh the truck and pay a ridiculous amount of money to get it registered. But we're totally going to take this there once we got this thing all settled out.
So I'm going to edit the video, we're going to use some lunch and stuff, and I think we're coming back at it tonight. We're going to put the grill on the side of the garage, and we're going to get the turbo and everything hooked up. And this thing should be running by the end of the weekend. So look out for another upload very soon. We're going to wrap this one up. Yeah.
The only thing that's going to prevent it from running by the end of the weekend
is
getting that pulley. Because we obviously can't start it without the bright pulleys on there. But we should have it ready to just slap that on and start her up and see how it works.
Hopefully it doesn't leak.
Yeah.
Alright guys, it's going to wrap this one up, but our work isn't done. As soon as we stop filming this, we're going to keep going. Deadlines. We're pretty excited about this because once this is all done, it's going to have distributorless ignition. Hopefully it's not going to leak. We've got a new turbo for it, and the exhaust, everything is going to be redone, and this is version 2 of the 4-cylinder Datsun.
Yeah, should be way better. We've cleaned up all the wiring. Proof of concept works. We just need to put that new EDIS system in there, wire that up real quick, exhaust, turbo, make sure all the plumbing's good, get the transmission back on there, and then we're pretty much just waiting on that pulley, and we should be able to just start it up as soon as we get that and see how everything works.
And holy shit, we got new suspension to put in it, and fenders to put on it, and we're having a bit of issue with the wheels, but I'm sure we'll sort that out next week. And then it's getting wrapped at the end of the month. You guys still haven't guessed the color. I don't think, you know, it's a little bit...
It's a crazy color.
Yeah, it's a crazy color. But I don't know what else to say. We want to keep going on this, so we're just going to cut this one short, and Devin's going to go ahead and pick a winner for this video's giveaway. If you guys are not familiar with the channel, we give away products from boostedshades.com every single video. That's also the best way to support us and make sure that these builds keep happening, is head on over to boostedshades.com and see what we have to offer.
This video's winner is SD Mare.
Okay, you can hit us up at Teamboosted at boostedsheds.com or through any of our social media platforms. We'll get back to you and ship you your prize. If you guys want to win, all you have to do is like. You need to be subscribed and leave a comment. The comment could be anything. We ask you guys stuff nearly every video. This video's question, we were talking about it earlier, is we think that the car is going to be pretty much right around 2,000 even, maybe like 2,050 pounds. We're going to get it weighed immediately after it runs. Guess the weight. Comment what weight you think this car is going to go in. It's got a full interior, so there's a little bit of information for you. It's got a T5 transmission, which I think is similar to the stock 4-speed that was in it, but it has a 1988 Turbo Coupe 4-cylinder. So interesting setup. It definitely weighs less. It's not going to weigh more than 2,300 pounds. It's going to weigh a little less than that, so that kind of narrows it down. So leave that in the comments.
And with all questions like that, if anybody gets it on the dot, bonus prizes for you.
Oh yeah, if we weigh it and someone gets it down like the pound, yeah, we'll hook you up with some extra shit.
That'd be impressive.
Yeah.
But as always, guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.